Hi, it's January 20th, 2013. You never run out of chances with me. When you let me into your heart and follow me, you will see how easy it becomes to walk around sin as opposed to through it. I have sent you a helper, the Holy Spirit, Ruach HaKodesh. If he is on the inside of you, he will steer you away from sin. When he steers you away, as opposed to you avoiding sin in your flesh, you will see the difference. The longing, the desire to commit sin will be taken from you, instead of you trying to battle it in your flesh. If you are able to put off sin in your flesh, I don't even recognize it. But when the Ruach HaKodesh is able to change you and change your behavior to where sin is no longer effective on you, this I recognize. This is the victory you want. So now, when you stumble and fall, instead of rationalizing with your flesh and your will and feeling like you failed, which you did, look up in thankfulness that there is a helper. Ask for release from whatever sin is binding you. Continue to ask for this and pray for freedom from what is binding you. You may be able to avoid sin in your flesh for a time, but eventually you will stumble. This is why I've given you my helper, the Ruach HaKodesh, Holy Spirit. He is able to repair and change your heart. He is able to create in you a new heart by circumcision of your sinful desires. Ask him to create a new heart in you every time you stumble. He will remove your sinful desires. He will strike down your anger, fear, and pride and replace these things with himself and his desires that are the fruits of his spirit. You will see yourself change, sometimes in an instant or sometimes over time. But trust that he will not leave you where he found you. He never sleeps, and he will continue changing your sinful desires into his desires if you ask him to do so. This is how he breaks the cycle of sin that you could never break with your own will. If your will is driven by your emotion, any change you make is weak. You must be driven by the Ruach HaKodesh, for it to be recognized by the Father. Your life will start producing the fruits of the Spirit, as sinful desires are called out of you. Satan and your flesh create in you desires and addictions. Let the Holy Spirit, the Ruach HaKodesh, in, and he will cause Satan to flee, and the unholy desires of your flesh will be overpowered with holy desires. Let this happen. Your life will change. You will walk in my light and in my truth. It will be an easy task for you to walk in me and not walk in this world.